let's say you get into an argument with somebody, but you do have this tucked away in your mind, this burgeoning awareness. Then you slow down, and instead of getting angry because of what they did to you, you can ask them, instead of, why do you behave that way? You could say, hey, I'm just curious. How come you behaved? How come you got so angry at me? Was there something that I did that got you upset? That's really like, if you could just do that, that seems very simple, but that would be monumental because now you're checking in with somebody, but you're checking in with yourself, to your point, Lindsay, like to see, is this new awareness that I'm having, is it accurate? Did I do something? And the person may say, no, it was just me. I had a bad day at work and I was short and I got triggered. Or they may say, yeah, you didn't realize it, but the way you just spoke to me was so condescending, I felt diminished. And they say, oh, right, that's what I was just thinking. Or they may say, you're putting a demand on me to take care of something for you. It's like you're taking no responsibility. And then you'll say, oh, maybe I am a little bit too much. Maybe this is the way it presents itself. So that's one way to do it, is to check in. I don't know. What do you think? I'm
Yeah.
just thinking out loud what to do
Yeah.
with it,
Yeah.
but what do you think?
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that there's so much value, like you just said, in referencing someone else, right? And be
Mhm.
like, is this just because I think sometimes we can get stuck in, like you said, maybe a more negative view of ourselves
Yeah, like a
and worry,
persecutory thought. Yep.
yeah, worry about things that aren't real. But I think being
Yes.
able to reference out, and then also being able to just in the moment mindfully approach an interaction. In our house, we like to have redos. Like, can I
Mm.
get a redo on that?
Ah,
Or so if we've approached it and we get the feedback that maybe our tone was off, or there was some other way we could have said something, asking to kind of repair in that moment
yes.
can be so supportive.
I like that. I like that. A redo. I'm going to borrow that. Okay. Can I add one little thing to it? Okay.
Please, yeah.
If you don't mind. So to repair, one thing that I find that's very valuable is to add in some recognition that you may have hurt somebody inadvertently, right? So you're not just asking for a redo, like to make it
Yes.
magically go away, but
Mm-hmm.
there's some recognition. That's the validation. And that's part
Yes.
of containment, that word that I used earlier, right? That the first step is validating. So you'd have to validate that, oh, maybe what I said was hurtful, or I imagine that made you feel kind of crappy. Can I get
Yeah.
a redo on that? I didn't mean, or I don't want you to ever feel that way. So I would just add in maybe that other little piece.
Yeah. No, 100% for sure. And I think that's good to define the process more fully, because sometimes I just do say redo.